Natural disasters and environmental problems. A natural disaster is the very harmful impact on a society or community after a natural hazard event. Some examples of natural hazard events include droughts, earthquakes, floods, and volcanic activity. A natural disaster can cause loss of life or damage property, thus causing economic damage. How bad the damage is depends on how well people are prepared for disasters and how strong the buildings, roads, and other structures are. These phenomena may occur frequently, and they may be serious enough to cause enormous damage or affect thousands of people. In fact, the most serious historical catastrophes are remembered for centuries. When the Indonesian volcano Tambora erupted in 1815, it caused around 100,000 deaths, including the famine that followed due to the dust that remained in the atmosphere for months after the eruption. This dust impeded the solar rays from reaching the ground, which resulted in a notable cooling of the planet. This led to very cold winters, and no summer at all the next year, which in fact became known as the Year Without Summer. Notorious is the volcanic eruption of Vesuvius that destroyed Pompeii in AD 79, burying the city and its surroundings under a thick layer of ash and debris. Other events that can have a tremendous impact are earthquakes, which in themselves are not directly responsible for the killing of people or wildlife, but which can trigger secondary events, such as the collapse of buildings, fires, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions, which are potentially lethal. Among the most notable cases in history were the San Francisco earthquake in 1906 and the Messina earthquake in 1908, which left about 80,000 dead. However, even the less dramatic disasters clearly cause huge inconvenience to local populations. Unfortunately, disasters don't affect communities equally. The impacts of extreme weather events are disproportionately felt by indigenous peoples or low-income communities. Therefore, it is crucial to incorporate racial and social equity into disaster management policies. Human behavior has a direct influence on some of these phenomena. As the climate crisis intensifies, there is no question that the intensity and frequency of extreme weather, often resulting in disasters, is increasing. Deforestation and pollution have conditional climatic effects, which can cause floods or drought. Increased emissions of greenhouse gases have led to a rapid and steady increase in global temperatures, which in turn is causing catastrophic events all over the world, such as heat waves, ice melting, and loss of biodiversity. But human behavior can be crucial in bringing about change to help protect our endangered planet. All of us can do something to limit pollution and our harmful effects on the environment. For example, by reducing our use of cars as much as possible or embracing sustainable practices like recycling and composting. Making sustainable choices in our everyday life is not so hard. Choosing to avoid single-use plastics, to favor a plant-based diet, and reduce meat consumption to opt for sustainable fashion and transportation. Small changes can have a big impact.